Hello my fellow hunters, in this video I'm gonna show you my favorite paralysis SWAXE build. So first of all, paralysis is just for fun. And actually the paralysis switch axes are kinda bad, because yes, I showed you at the smithy, gonna sort element and paralysis, so you can see the paralysis damage is actually extremely bad for switch axe. And yes, you also have extremely bad rarity, and also the sharpness is bad, the damage output is bad. And yes, you can see for instance the Volvidon switch axe, it's very easy to craft. 200 attack is not bad, but only 16 paralysis attack, and I think that's kinda garbage. Like I've said in the previous videos, you need at least minimum 25 elemental attack if you have elemental fire to do good damage output for elemental. Okay, so I think maybe for status you need minimum 25 or 30 to do a pretty good paralysis output. Okay, yeah, so I didn't like this switch axe because, you know, we got element fire, which boosts our paralysis by 45%, so maybe we can get up to the half of 16 is 8, so up to 24, but 24 is still pretty bad for this SWAXE. And I also prefer the design. We also have the rampage tree. The rampage switch axe is best for paralysis, but yes, plain paralysis is just for fun, and I use the Grimmige Katze. Yes. The interesting thing on this weapon is the first levels are English, the Grim Cat, and the last level is German. Well, I like Capcom translations. Okay, the good thing on the switch on the Grimmige Katze is you got a tiny bit of blue sharpness, and I recommend this video playing the SWAXE with blue sharpness. You do maybe 10% more damage than using Bludgeoner 3 and yes, some Mind's Eye. Yes, for better damage output I recommend Protective Polish and Blue Sharpness. It's still a lot better. I can maybe explain it to you later. And yes, you know the attack is pretty bad, only 180. That's why I'm running attack boost 6 on the set. But the good thing is we have Power Fire. So Power Fire boosts your attack by 15%. So we're going up into a calculator. So put in 180 times 1.15, so this switch axe has 207 raw, and so you can say, okay, 207 raw, it's better than the Volvidon switch axe, okay, because of the power file. Yes, and I just like this switch axe because, yes, I know that noch from Freedom Unite or Generations, sorry, not Freedom Unite, Portable Third or Generations Ultimate. You have several different skills like attack boost 2, affinity boost or paralysis boost. I playing a non-crit set, so you can use the set also against apex monsters or elder dragons or monsters with bad hit zone values. The only thing is you need 33% more time for a quest, especially for Somnacanth. I need it with a meta set easily 3 minutes and with the set 4 minutes. Or yes, okay. So maybe some minutes longer for a quest. You can also use for the ramp up skills paralysis build up +2 or attack boost. I recommend using attack boost 2 because of the power file, which gives you an extra boost. Or yes, paralysis files, but we want to do the most paralysis attack possible, and so we choose the paralysis yes, ramp up skill. And the next important thing I'm gonna say why I'm not playing crit on the set is because there are the paralysis decorations and they have a level 2 slot level. Elemental attacks only have level 1 slot level, so I actually don't understand why Capcom is using level 2 slot levels for status attacks. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense, and that's also the reason why we can't fit any crit skills or other stuff in this set. And we are also using the let's give me a second. We are also using the power prolonger level 3 level, and I can tell you the reason. It's because when you do the ZSD spam for the ticks, they can proc the status attack, okay? So the probability to proc a status attack, I explained in the last video, is 30%, okay? And yes, status attacks is the best thing for fast-hitting weapons, and for weapons like greatsword, hammer, and other slow weapons, status is absolutely garbage, okay? And yes, it works extremely good with the ZSD spam, so I recommend using for the set, yes, Power Prolonger level 3. It's extremely recommended. I also say Power Prolonger 3 is on the Para set more important than Rapid Morph 3. You can also play the set without Rapid Morph 3, okay, and only do the ZSD spam, okay. But I want to have a little bit more flexibility in this game, and also, yes, do some different combos, and so I slot it in Rapid Morph 3. But you can also slot in some crit skills, or also a weakness exploit instead of Rapid Morph, or other stuff, okay. The thing I like with the set is it's extremely viable. Yes, depending on the monster you're fighting against. I fighting in the benchmark run against Somnacanth, so I can put in easily 3 sleep resistance tools. So I like this set a lot because you can prepare very good for hunts. You can just slot in maybe thunder resistance, ice resistance, what else, stun resistance. It's extremely viable, okay? Yes, we also have the speed sharpening for the blue sharpness, and another important skill is, yes, paralysis attack +3, which boosts our paralysis attack by 20%. They write build up, but it's like the same like attack, and also bonus +5. Yes, I also put it in leap of faith jewel, some stun resistance. The first level is also pretty good. Weight extender for some comfight skills. And yes, also paralysis attack like I explained, and attack boost level 6, okay? I'm gonna show you the decorations of the set. Yes, like I explained, Rampage slot is paralysis boost. We have on the set actually 39 paralysis attack and 218 attack. So I think 218 is not bad. You can see it here on the Grimmige Katze. A dive jewel 1 and a grinder jewel 1. On the Almudron helm as 2 paralyzer jewels. On the Shuratodos mail you can slot in these 3 level 1 slots you want. I recommend using the elemental resistance jewels or status resistance jewels. On the Rathalos Paralysis S and Hanger jewel 2. On the Engine F coil S paralyzer jewel 2 and 2 grinder jewels 1. And on the Hunter Greaves S, they're giving you really bad defense, but I like them because of the skill. They give you stun resistance, pretty cool, and also attack boost, but you can also use other legs. Yes, I recommend the Hunter Greaves. Yes, and I slot it in a Sharp Jewel 2. Also using a Rapid Morph 1 talisman with 2 Sharp Jewels level 2. Okay. So and I show you the last important thing you have to do before go to a hunt. Go to the skull, to Yomogi. I hope they add the Yomogi voice to my character, because I like the synchron speecher or what else. I actually didn't know his name, but it's the same synchron voice artist like in Genshin Impact for Venti, and Venti is my favorite character in Genshin Impact, so I hope we got the Yomogi add-on DLC for, yes, voice acting. And I show you what you have to eat. Eat a meal, pay with money, order the usual, and you have to eat this set. I recommend this. It's giving you 3 additional status attack. On the set I have Dango Specialist, Dango Booster, and Dango Weakener. We're gonna eat this now with a ticket. Okay, skip. And you can see now, okay, our paralysis attack got increased by 42, and that's the best possible amount you can get with the switch checks. You can't get any higher value. That's the highest possible value you can get for paralysis attack, okay? I also put it in here, the status calculator. I choose the Somnacanth. Somnacanth is extremely resistant against paralysis. You can see it here. Why I'm choosing Somnacanth for 2 reasons. Somnacanth is the best benchmark monster because it doesn't leave the area, and also the HP rolls are not bad, and you can see it's extremely resistant against paralysis. And why I'm using this on a resistance monster for paralysis, I want to show you that this build is also pretty good against paralysis resistance monsters, okay? You can see here paralysis only 1, okay? And you can open Kirinaku, like I explained in the last video. For the status calculator, you have to type in your things, and you can now see, okay, Somnacanth, para, blah blah blah, build up 180 plus 130. You can see here, for the first proc, we only need 14 hits, and if you're doing a ZSD, only 1 ZSD or so, and it's immediately paralyzed, okay? Extremely powerful. For the second proc, 25 only, and for the third, 35. So the good thing is you can use ZSD spam, and you can very easily paralyze the monsters, okay? So I think with the Somnacanth run, I also can get maybe 3 minutes and 30, but yes, I only did that was my first one. I said, okay, sub 4, I think that's a good time. Let's check it out. And now I'm gonna compare it with the meta sets, okay? You can see it. Let's give me a second. You can see the set actually. Where is the status attack for paralyze? It's here. The Grimmige Katze, you can see 80 cycle DPS. And like I explained at the bottom, with a random meta elemental build, you do about 115 cycle DPS. So you can see you do less DPS, but it's very enjoyable, and I also highly recommend using the set. If you use it in multiplayer, the set, I recommend slot in or choose this set. Give me 1 second. This set. I'm using on this set free praise tools, so you won't get interrupted during your attacks, or yes, general during attacking, okay? So I'm done with this video, and now I'm gonna add you some gameplay. Have fun with this paralyzed SWAXE build. See you next time.